Welcome to the Weekly Drip for the week of April 22nd, where we look at the week's top software development news. Brought to you by Daily Drip, where this week's trending videos are GraphQL Overview, GraphQL on Rails, and Navigation in Elm Fuse. Let's hop onto the news. Facebook rewrites React and announces Fiber, a more extensible, customizable, and modern version of React. Fiber is fully backwards compatible and more componentized, and adds supports for incremental rendering. Check out their write-up of the architecture. Facebook also released Relay Modern, a framework for building data-driven applications with GraphQL, and launched React VR. Docker's founder. Docker is transitioning all of its open source collaborations to Moby Project going forward. The Moby Project aims to allow more customization than previous Docker systems. It accomplishes this by ensuring most components are swappable. Read more about Moby Project on Docker's blog or the new Moby Project website. Also take a look at Docker's new toolkit for building Linux subsystems, Linux Kit. In honor of 420, Sarah Robertson made an NLP analysis of how people talk about cannabis on Reddit. Impressions were generally positive, but people spent a lot of time talking about the political situation surrounding marijuana. Check out part of her process here. AWS announced a new cloud service, CodeStar. AWS CodeStar helps developers quickly develop, build, and deploy applications. The goal of the new service is to allow developers to quickly produce quality applications that meet customer needs while maintaining an agile software development workflow. Read more about AWS CodeStar or take a look at the Getting Started guide. The DeepMind team published a paper in Nature covering hybrid computing using a neural network with dynamic external memory. This sounds complicated because it is. They were able to achieve a 3.8% error rate on a complex natural language processing test, where the previous best result was a 7.5% error rate. Also, they showed that DNCs can solve complex tasks that normal neural networks cannot. Check out the full code on GitHub. The next release of Atom should launch in half the time. The interesting part is how they use V8 snapshots to improve the load time. Check out the well-written and detailed article on improving Atom's startup time. Go ahead and take the weekend off. You won't be alone, as Stack Overflow users are less active on Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday. Data indicates C programmers work late, as the majority of late-night questions have been centered on C. David Robinson details more on Stack Overflow's blog. That's it for the news. Now on to our development dregs. Robert Taylor, innovator who shaped modern computing, dies at 85. Practice ES6 syntax with ES6 katas. Chrome DevTools adding a new code coverage feature. How computing will change amid challenges to Moore's Law. Your friendly neighborhood script for mingling images or video using audio editing tools. Rope Science. A completely customizable framework for building rich text editors. My BBS software from 1993. Pattern matching for Java. Tmux and Vim, even better together. Facebook announces Letho, a UI framework for Android. New design system, Shopify Polaris. Reading game frames in Python with OpenCV. Python plays GTA 5. Techniques for efficiently learning programming languages. A C# dev's guide to F#. The post MVC age. Dive deeper. Microsoft Edge development progress. Modernizing the DOM tree in Microsoft Edge. Improved JavaScript performance, WebAssembly, and shared memory in Microsoft Edge. Better battery life with Microsoft Edge. That's all for the Weekly Drip. Check out the Daily Drip Distillery to see what developers are interested in learning. Trending this week on the Daily Drip Distillery is Glimmer in TypeScript and Phoenix API design. The Distillery is where Daily Drip users talk about what they'd like to learn. Check out the Distillery to propose topics that interest you and vote on proposals that you'd like to see covered. That's all. See you next week.